Sony make many models of digital video cameras. My first camera was bought over 10 years ago and has given good service. I now have a new Sony camera. In my opinion, Sony needs to rethink how to transfer video to computer. I love Sony digital video cameras, but this camera is a Sony HDR CX700VE purchased 9 years ago. It has travelled the world, been a faithful companion and does a great job, but taking the video off onto a computer is a pain in the butt. Normally you would do it through this port here. See that little USB, not very substantial, and when you plug it in, it is a troublesome connection to the USB outlet on the computer. The alternative transferring video to your camera is the supplied USB that is on the camera itself. It has a weak point just there, I find, so moving it around when it's connected, you'll often break the connection, so I rarely use that. So altogether, two ways of getting the film off the video camera that I've found over the years to be troublesome. So I've replaced this camera now in 2020 with a HXR NX80, which is a professional grade camera, beautiful camera, but Sony, same problems with connectivity to the computer. I shall explain. You have two ways of getting your video over to the computer. One is the card, and for that you need a card reader, and all you see are, when you go to transfer the video, are files which don't mean a lot, and iMovie doesn't import AVCHD, it seems. It sees the files but doesn't drag them into iMovie. So you go back to the tried and true USB connector, which in this case is a port down here, and they provide you with a micro USB cable to USB. All great, but with constant use, that very tiny port on the camera will fail. So I purchased for just $4.95 a mini USB to USB cable, which can just sit there, and I can connect with the male USB plug to the computer. So this takes the wear here, leaving that intact just to sit there. So Sony, if you're watching, if you're taking note, maybe a better connector is needed for here, or just provide one of these.